name, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear, I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here, the sound of deafening fear. Don't die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, and I'll be right in your side. You will never see me coming. Don't die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, and I'll be right in your side. You will never see me. My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil, he snaps me straight in the temple. I'm ready to be a rebel, I've got a lot of potential hidden inside of this vessel. That shit is so exponential. I need a first class ticket to the top, no limit. I don't play no gimmicks, I'ma take you to the clinic. If you want a taste, come at me and you will be replaced. They won't find a trace of you anywhere or any place. Don't die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, and I'll be right in your side. You will never see me coming. Don't die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, and I'll be right in your side. You will never see me coming.
There's a nice restaurant close by.
Yes, I would love to have dinner and a Chianti with you, Mr. Lecter.
What did you have in mind?
Yes, I'm down here looking for a man named ScullyPop. Shall we say 8 o'clock at Galatoire's?
Ah, Misha, darling.
As Jane Gum says, put the lotion in the basket.
Well, hey there, friend, pull up a chair. It's your boy ScullyPop with stories to share. From the page to the stage, I've done it all. Books on the shelf and curtain calls. I whisper tales in the dead of night with a little ta-ta-ta just to feel right. And if you need some tingles down your spine, ska, 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 yeah, that sound is mine. So buckle up, it's quite the ride. We're going deep, no need to hide. Where the entertainment doesn't stop. You're tuned in now to ScullyPop. So close your eyes and enjoy the glide, and we'll see you on the other side. I've read my novels by candlelight, with every chapter feeling just right. I'm the author that reads to you slow, with rhythm and rhyme in every flow. My fingers snap, the mic goes hot. Live from the heart, I give all I got. A little jazz, a touch of noir, mix in some ASMR and you're not far. Ska, 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 ta, 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 let the rhythm carry you. Ta, 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 ska, ska, ska. Feel the story, feel the vibe. Ska, ska, ska. Ta, ta, ta. Let the rhythm carry ya. Ta, ta, ta. Ska, ska, ska. Feel the story, feel the vibe. Buckle up, it's quite the ride. We're spinning dreams on the other side, where the entertainment doesn't stop. You're vibing now with ScullyPop. So dim the lights and let it slide, and we'll see you on the other side. Yeah. Stories whispered, curtains raised, books turned to gold and voices praised. I'm just the guide on this wild old ride, and if you're still with me, I'll see you on the other side. Da, da, da.
blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
Good evening, everybody. Check, check, check. Sound check. Check, check, check. Sound check is pop. Whoop, whoop. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Scut, scut. Is pop. Old fart game, old fart game. Good evening, everybody. It's the Welshman forever. Ness lover. Dagger spells. Lakeside lore. Thank you for dropping those emojis. Lisa smiles a lot. It's the Bud Files. Hey, Sun Media in the house. Sun Media. Susanna. Wolf House. Woo. Wolf House. Good evening, Tracy's Local Earnings. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, ScullyPop, where the entertainment doesn't stop. Hey, Lori Pop. Welcome to the Insane Reading Show. It's Lori's Stories and Crochet. It's good to see you. Y'all can kick back, relax. We're going to recap season 2 of Emerald Wonderland, where the Wizard of Oz meets Alice in Wonderland head on, and every other hybrid fairy tale character in between. Fall dog. It's the Insane Reading Show. Fall dog. football dog in the house. Football dog in the house. I hate when that YT does that stuff, Izzy, but thanks for resubscribing. Hey, y'all pick that link up from Izzy Pop's new channel. Get over there, subscribe, hit the notification bell. How you doing, Tracy? Everybody all filled up, turkeyed out. No, L'Oreal lost the other channel, yeah. So, and members, don't forget, you've got 15 wonderful emojis at your disposal. Behind the scene videos, badges next to your name. If you were gifted a membership, you can always re-up when it expires. Hey Dan, happy Thanksgiving to you. How you doing, brother? I thought maybe I'll just play, a little bit of Emerald Wonderland Fairy Tale tonight. Good stuff for around the holidays. Get some watch hours for the channel. That's an interactive poster that I made with Google's Gemini. There-a-dio. My brother Pop Scully Man. Hey, right? How's Dan doing tonight? You doing okay, Dan? Welcome. There's my email, jscullybooks@gmail.com. If you can reach out, business inquiries, first edition copies of my books, submissions, etc. Scuss. It's time to relax. Scuss. Those earbuds, push them in deep. Relax. It's time to relax. It's Super Day 44. Scuss. Super Day. Vicky and Lori. Vicky and Lori. Pop. Good evening, Moo Rush. We're dealing with the @ symbols. Moo Rush. Welcome. It's time to relax. Is that Joette? Dara dear. Boom, check off there, Dio. So, y'all don't forget, pick up that link for Izzy's new channel, Izzy Pop. Wonderful graphic designer, entertainer, overall good person, does a lot for people. Rarely ask for anything in return. The maddest shredder this side of the Mississippi, Dan Anderson. Let's take this off. Stage. In tonight's premiere of season 2, we journey deeper into the realm where Oz meets Wonderland, and every turn brings a new magical surprise. Our beloved heroes, Dorothy, Alice, and Wendy, find themselves in the realm of eternal now, where time itself is a playground and every moment is an adventure. Get ready for a whimsical ride through the playground of perpetual play, where board games come to life and puzzles hold the key to destiny. Meet new characters like the enigmatic Queen Presentia and the mischievous Madame Tempest Ludum, who will change our heroes in ways they've never imagined. Will our intrepid adventurers master the art of living in the present? Can they navigate the treacherous time streams and save their friend Alice from being lost forever? Tune in to find out in this thrilling new chapter of Emerald Wonderland. So sit back, relax, and let your imagination soar as we embark on this magical journey. The curtain rises, the clock strikes now, and the adventure begins. Welcome to Emerald Wonderland Season 2, Episode 1. The brick road stretched before Dorothy, Alice, and Wendy, its golden surface now interwoven with threads of silver. A reminder of their previous adventures. A little loud, the music. As they stepped onto the familiar path, the air around them shimmered, reality bending to the whims of a new story. Dorothy looked around curiously. Something feels different this time. Can you sense it? Indeed, Alice replied. It's as if the very air is more immediate somehow. Wendy nodded in agreement. Like we're not just in a story, but living it as it's being written. Suddenly, the road before them began to ripple and shift. Words appeared on the bricks, sentences forming and reforming with each step they took. The Cheshire Wizard materialized, his grin wider than ever. Oh, my dears, welcome to the realm of eternal now. Mind your verbs, for they have quite the impact here. Before anyone could respond, a shimmering figure appeared on the road ahead. She was a regal woman, the gown seemingly woven from the present moment itself, constantly shifting and changing. A crown of ticking clocks adorned her head. Welcome, travelers, to my domain. Her voice echoed with the weight of every now that had ever existed. I am Queen Brasentia, sovereign of the present tense. The heroes exchanged glances, sensing the power emanating from this new character. Dorothy stepped forward bravely. Your Majesty, we're on a quest to... Queen Brasentia raised a hand, cutting her off. Speak not of what you were or will be doing. In my realm, only what is happening now has power. Observe. She waved her hand and the world around them shifted. Suddenly, they weren't just seeing their surroundings, they were experiencing every moment with vivid intensity. Alice gasped. It's as if every second is stretching into eternity. And yet, it's all happening so fast. Queen Brasentia nodded, a smile playing on her lips. This is the power of the present tense, young heroes. It brings immediacy, urgency, and a sense of being right in the midst of the action. As she spoke, the yellow brick road began to pulse with energy, each brick glowing with the power of a moment captured in time. Your quest, should you choose to accept it, is to navigate my realm. Queen Brasentia continued, but beware, stray too far into past or future tense, you may find yourselves lost in the streams of time. Cheshire Wizard's grin turned thoughtful. The challenge of tenses isn't how delightfully grammatical. Dorothy squared her shoulders, determination shining in her eyes. We accept, Your Majesty. Whatever challenges your realm holds, we'll face them together. Queen Brasentia nodded approvingly. Then let your journey begin. Remember, in the land of eternal now, every step, every word, every breath happens in the present. Use this power wisely. With a wave of her hand, Queen Brasentia vanished, leaving our heroes standing on a road that pulsed with the energy of countless nows waiting to be experienced. Alice took a deep breath. Well, my friends, shall we see what adventures the present holds for us? Indeed, Wendy nodded excitedly. After all, there's no time like the present. And with that, our heroes stepped forward into a world where every moment was alive with possibility, ready to face whatever challenges the realm of eternal now might hold. Part 1. Into a field that defied all expectations. Instead of grass and flowers, the landscape was an impossibly vast array of puzzles and board games, stretching as far as the eye could see. Well, I'll be. It certainly isn't Kansas. or any Oz I've ever seen. Gigantic chess pieces loomed over Scrabble tile hillocks. Riverbeds of flowing Tetris blocks cut through valleys of jigsaw puzzle pieces. In the distance, a mountain range of stacked Jenga towers petered precariously. Alice's her eyes sparkled with curiosity. How fascinating. It's as if every game ever invented decided to have a grand gathering. Cheshire Wizard materialized, his grin as cryptic as ever. Welcome, my friends, to the playground of perpetual play. Here, every game is always in progress, every puzzle forever on the verge of solution. Lindy reached out to touch the nearby operation board, only to yelp as the tweezers sparked with electricity. Goodness, these games are actually active. As they moved deeper into the field, they noticed that with each step, game pieces shifted and rearranged themselves. Dice rolled endlessly, their numbers changing in a blur. Linehatter's hat transformed into a Rubik's Cube, constantly solving and scrambling itself. I say, this place certainly knows how to keep one on their toes, or should I say on their game? Suddenly, a disembodied voice echoed across the landscape, playfully yet tinged with malice. Round and round the game board goes, where it stops nobody knows. Tick-tock goes the clock, in my realm time's just a block. The voice giggled, a sound like breaking glass mixed with jingling bells. Welcome, little players, to my domain. I am Madame Tempest Ludum, mistress of the endless game. Here to roll the dice of destiny. Miles away, in a castle built from cards and game boards, Madame Tempest Ludum watched over our heroes through a kaleidoscope of time. She was a sight to behold. Her dress a swirling checkerboard, her hair an ever-changing game of mousetrap, and her eyes spinning like roulette wheels. She cackled as she observed the intruders, her laughter causing pawns to topple and dice to roll. Oh, what fun! New players have entered the game. Let's see if they can keep up with every move that happens at once. Back in the field, our heroes pressed on, ladies and gentlemen, the yellow brick road now resembling a winding Candyland path. Dorothy looked back at her companion with determination in her eyes. Whatever Madame Tempest Ludum has in store for us, we'll face it together. After all, we've got quite a team for game night. Little did they know, their greatest challenge yet was awaiting just beyond the field, where Madame Tempest Ludum was setting up a game board where the stakes were higher than they could imagine. Where losing it might mean being trapped in play forever. Part 2. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hey, Wild Man, Mr. Gorman. Everybody say hey. So catch up with you. Good evening. Let me pop in here for a minute and say hey to everybody. That's pre-recorded, so figured we cut through the fluff. Saying hey to everybody in that last production, so welcome everybody. Hey, Wheats Art, good to see you. The moderator Spider Pig entered the house. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much. Life's a hobby. Welcome. Sean 420, good to see you. Lori Stories and Crochet. Miss Daisy May. Daisy May. Tingle, 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 tingle. It's Vicky and Lori's Variety Vibes. Sun Media, the Grave Historian, Christine, hope you're still here. Good to see you. Dano Pop. Let me have a look. I want to show you what time. Let me look. Yeah. So we're watching the Emerald Wonderland, where Alice in Wonderland meets the Wizard of Oz head on. Story that I wrote last year. We did 2 seasons, 20 shows. Worked real hard on that with Izzy Pop. It's Tracy. Hey, how you doing? Saw you pop in earlier. Good to see you're still here. And if you need any help with your channel, perhaps you're heading toward monetization, or you're just wanting to upgrade, put facelift on there, new channel banner, thumbnails, SEO direction, you name it, video intros, outros, that link up there, Izzy Pop, that's where you want to click. We're getting ready to roll out some new services. She's starting to get busy. I'm on a roller coaster trying to get WT. I'm on a roller coaster trying to get WT. Sweets are. Turkey ruined Thanksgiving this year. It ran away with stuffing. The turkey ruined Thanksgiving this year. It ran away with the stuffing. Wash and wax, new sir. Wash on, wax off. This is not tournament, Daniel-san. This for real. Daniel-san. So, yeah. How's everybody doing? Gobble, gobble, gobble. Wax on, wax off. So, let's see if we can figure out where we're at. Madam Tempest Ludum. Yes, Izzy did do awesome art. Let's see. Let's listen to what we had to say. It's talking about Izzy doing the art. Kind of a director's cut, if you will. CTFD, everybody. CTFD. Calm the fuck down. Just calm the fuck down. Remember that, Izzy? Demi? Hey, ska. Demi, ska. I forgot we were doing that. As our heroes navigated the treacherous game board landscape, they suddenly found themselves trapped in a life-size mousetrap contraption. You might have to put up with me for a minute, double voice. Just as the cage was about to fall, two unusual figures leapt to their rescue. What's poppin'? What's poppin', T? Starlight. First was a tall, willowy being that appeared to be a fusion of the Mona Lisa and the Chess Queen. Her enigmatic smile shifted as she moved, and a crown of paintbrushes adorned her head. In her hand, she wielded a palette knife like a scepter. Greetings, fellow players. I'm Queen Artemisia, the painting prophecy. Beside her stood a stocky, jovial character, a blend of the Minotaur and the Pied Piper. He had the Minotaur's horns and hooves, but carried a flute made of labyrinth walls. His fur was patterned with musical notes that seemed to dance across his skin. I am Maestro Maze, the melodious Minotaur at your service. Dorothy blinked in surprise. It's nice to meet you both. I'm Dorothy. These are my friends. We're trying to find a way out of Madame Tempest Ludum's game. Queen Artemisia nodded sagely. We've been trapped here for what feels like eons. Madame Tempest Ludum's games are not easily won. Arrgh. Maestro Maze played a quick tune on his flute, causing the game pieces around them to rearrange. But perhaps with your help, we might finally have a chance to break free. Alice, ever curious, step forward. How exactly can we help you? I say, I love my tea. How exactly can you help us? Queen Artemisia smiled her enigmatic smile. I can foresee the game's next moves by painting them into existence. Maestro Mazes here can control the layout of the board with his music. Maestro Maze added, together we managed to stay one step of Madame Tempest Ludum, but we've never had enough players to truly challenge her until now. The Cheshire Wizard materialized, his friend thought. A painter who predicts the future and a musician who shapes mazes. Delightfully useful. As our expanded group prepared to face the next challenge, the game board beneath their feet began to shift once more. In the distance, Madame Tempest Ludum's laughter echoed across the playground of perpetual play. Hey, James. Well then, welcome. Let's show Madame Tempest Ludum that her game isn't the only one in town. Pre-recording of Emerald Wonderland that I did. We're doing direct. With their new allies by their side, our heroes felt a renewed sense of hope. The game was far from over, but now did that email come through to you from your website? Part 3. Welcome, MT Homestead. Ross, welcome. Thank you all the moderators, members, community as a whole. Our eclectic band of heroes and misfits cautiously advanced along the yellow brick road. The concept of present tense weighing heavily on their minds. The playground of perpetual play gradually faded behind them, replaced by an increasingly foreboding landscape. I may have to talk to you later. I'm not sure.
Dorothy shivered.
Email. I got
Despite
one.
the lack of color. I don't like the look of this place.
Queen Artemisia's brushes twitched atop her head.
The colors here, they refuse to blend. It's as if time itself is fractured.
Check, see if you had that email from your website. I did
They found themselves entering a vast expanse. It can only be described as the field of frozen fragments.
Was that the mock-up?
Shards and moments hung suspended in the air like jagged crystal, each containing a snapshot of time that looped endlessly. The ground beneath their feet was a mosaic of broken clock faces, their hands spinning wildly or not at all.
We'll look at that later.
Maestro Mays played a tentative note on his flute, causing nearby fragments to vibrate ominously. Thank you for that donation, Izzy. This place, it resists my melodies. We must tread carefully. As they ventured deeper into the field, an unsettling realization dawned on the group. When they spoke up, her voice turned to a panic. Wait, where's Alice?
All right, I'll
She
check.
was right behind me a moment ago. The group halted, looking around frantically. Alice was indeed missing, with no sign of where she might have gone. We have to go back. Dorothy turned on her heels, but as she did, the yellow brick road behind them shimmered and vanished, replaced by more fragmented moments. Cheshire Wizard materialized, his grin uncharacteristically grim.
I'm afraid, my dears, that in this realm of perpetual present, there is no back to go to. We can only move forward.
A sense of helplessness settled over the group. Linehatter's hat drooped, transforming into a wilted clock face.
But we can't just leave Alice behind.
Suddenly, a figure emerged from between the frozen back fragments. It appeared to be a fusion of the Jabberwocky and Father Time. Its body was that of a fearsome dragon, but covered in ticking clocks instead of scales.
Hey, Okie.
In one claw, it held an
I'm here,
enormous
buddy.
hourglass.
Doing
And
a
the
director's
other,
cut.
a vorpal sword
Thanks for
that
coming
cut
by.
through time itself. Thank you, MT Homestead. Thank you. Supernatural, life in the ranking. Okie pop. Please, can you help us find her? Kronos Walkie's clock eyes whirred as it regarded them.
Finding is not the issue in this realm. Everything exists in the now. But freeing her, that is another matter entirely.
What must we do? Queen Artemisia asked, her paintbrush crown bristling with anticipation. The time dragon's gaze swept over the group.
You must defeat Madame Tempest Ludum. Only by overcoming the mistress of this realm can you hope to restore the flow of time and free your friend.
Maestro Mays stomped a hoof determinedly. That's what we'll do then. But how do we find Madame Tempest Ludum? Kronos Walkie pointed with his vorpal sword. In the distance, a massive structure shimmered into view. castle built from the wreckage of 1,000 grandfather clocks. There lies your destination, but be warned, in the domain of Madame Tempest Ludum, every moment is a test, every second a potential trap. As our heroes steeled themselves for the challenge ahead, the weight of Alice's absence hung heavy in the air. The field of frozen fragments seemed closing around them, constant reminder of the stakes of their quest. Well, gang, it looks like we have a date with destiny, and it's happening right now. Are you ready? With nods of determination, the mismatched group set off toward Madame Tempest Ludum's castle, each step carrying them deeper into the heart of the eternal presence. The final confrontation loomed, and with it, the hope of rescuing Alice and escaping this fractured realm of time. Part 4. KKK, KK KKK. Hello. Get caught up so the week. Yeah, James, thanks for coming in. The James of it all. Y'all check out Izzy's new channel. It's in the link pinned up on the top there. Make sure you get over there and subscribe. Good evening, Duchess of Darkness. Hello, ScullyPop. How you doing? It's the Duchess of Darkness. Hey, Scott. Scott. Let's get this on to the show. Already in our companions. Her skin shimmered like mud. Here we go. Madame Tempest Ludum herself was a sight to behold. Her skin shimmered like mother of pearl, reflecting the constant motion around her. Her hair was an ever-changing cascade of hourglasses, sand trickling up as often as down. Her eyes were kaleidoscopes of watch faces, pupils dilating with each passing second. Chameleon. She lazily waved her hand, quick, causing a giant chessboard to materialize before her. The pieces were miniature versions of Dorothy and her companions, frozen mid-spell.
Oh, my little playthings, how delightful of you to join my game.
With a flick of her wrist, she sent the Alice piece spinning off the board, watching it disappear into a swirling vortex of time. Cheshire grin spread across her face.
One down, so many more to go. But where's the fun in ending the game too quickly?
She stood, her gown a rippling tapestry of interwoven moments. As she moved, scenes from past, present, and potential futures flickered across the fabric. Approaching a massive hourglass that dominated one wall of the chamber, Madame Tempest Ludum peered inside.
Instead of sand, fragments of time flowed between the bulbs, each grain a captured moment.
Ah, there you are, my curious little Alice.
Spotting the girl trapped within the time stream.
Comfortable? I do hope so. You'll be here for some quiet time, or no time at all.
It's so hard to tell time in here. Her laughter echoed through the citadel, causing clocks to chime in dissonant harmony. Suddenly, a ripple passed through the chamber. Madame Tempest Ludum frown turned into a cracked mirror that showed the field of frozen fragments.
What's this? New players.
Her eyes narrowed as she observed Queen Artemisia and Maestro Maze joining the group.
How unexpected. I do so hate variables in my equations of eternity.
With a snap of her fingers, a complex contraption of gears and levers sprang to life, beginning to recalibrate the flow of time in her realm.
Well then, my dears.
Madame Tempest Ludum purred, settling back on her throne.
If it's a game you want, it's a game you shall have. But remember, in my world, every move happens in the now. I am always several steps ahead and behind, and right alongside you.
Her eyes gleamed with malicious anticipation as she began to set her trap. The clockwork citadel humming with the energy of 1,000 ticking clocks, all counting down to the moment when Dorothy and her friends would face their greatest challenge. Part 5. Dorothy and her eclectic band of companions continued their journey toward Madame Tempest Ludum's clockwork citadel, the ominous structure looming ever closer. Suddenly, they all felt a strange sensation in their feet. "I say," exclaimed Lion Hatter, his hat transforming into a giant magnet, "I appear to be quite stuck." The others quickly realized they too were anchored to the yellow brick road, one foot firmly planted on its golden surface. Thank you for whoever sent me that cash app. Before anyone could react further, a low rumble began to build beneath them. The road started to tremble and shake violently. "What's happening?" With a great groan of twisting metal and stone, the yellow brick road began to lift off the ground. It rose higher and higher, taking our heroes with it. Queen Artemisia's eyes widened, her paintbrush crown bristling. "It's becoming a path through time itself." Indeed, the road was transforming into an impossible roller coaster of time. It twisted and turned, forming loops and corkscrews that defied the laws of physics. The surrounding landscape blurred into a kaleidoscope of past, present, and future. Maestro Maze played a few nervous notes on his flute. "I don't think my maze-making skills will be much help here." As they ascended the first large hill, Dorothy looked back at her friends. "Remember, we're stuck to the road. No matter what happens, we can't fall off."
They crested the hill and plummeted down the other side. World turned upside down as they navigated the full loop. Their bodies parallel to the ground far below. "This is madness," shouted the Cheshire Wizard, his grin stretching to impossible proportions as centrifugal force pulled at his features. Kronos Walkie, who had decided to accompany them, spread his clock-covered wings. "Focus on the present moment. Don't let the shifts in time disorient you." As they careened along the twisted path, glimpses of other times flashed by. They saw dinosaurs roaming prehistoric lands, of futuristic cities with flying cars, and even alternate versions of themselves. "Look, I, I saw Alice." They went through a corkscrew, and for a brief moment they all caught sight of their missing friend, trapped in a bubble of frozen time. Before they could react, she vanished from view. The yellow brick time coaster continued its wild journey, each twist and turn presenting a new challenge. They had to crawl, climb, sometimes even slide along the road's surface, all while keeping at least one foot in constant contact. "We need to work together. Form a chain." They linked hands, creating a human chain that would adapt to the road's crazy contortions. When one of them struggled, the others were there to help. As they navigated this perilous path, they knew that each loop, each impossible turn was bringing them closer to Madame Tupa's looting. Part 6. Hello, 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 hello. Get myself reset here for a minute. Say hey to everybody. Big hand to Izzy Scott, beautiful art, working behind the scenes, pressing buttons. Donkey Bell, thank you so much. Wild man. Not just any wild man. Native wild man. Part 7 and part 8 is the climax. Well, thank you so much, Welshman. Side order, side order. As Dorothy and her companion in the slum. Check, check, check. Part 7, Episode 1, Season 2. As Dorothy and her companion stumbled off the twisted yellow brick road time coaster, they found themselves in a landscape that seemed to defy their recent harrowing experience. Before them stretched a vista of pure whimsy and delight. carnival-like atmosphere that assaulted their senses.
Great googly moogly. What is this place?
The air shimmered with soap bubbles. Played symphonies as they popped. Cotton candy clouds drifted lazily overhead, occasionally raining down sprinkles of sweetness. Suddenly, a parade of peculiar waiters appeared. They had clock faces for heads and arms that stretched like rubber bands. Each carried a tray of fantastical refreshments. Care for a paradox punch? Offered one, extending a glass that seemed to contain a liquid that was simultaneously frozen and boiling. Perhaps you would enjoy some hot ice cream. It's cold enough to burn. Queen Artemisia's eyed the offer. She eyed those offerings suspiciously. Her paintbrush crown twitching. This reeks of Madame Tempest Ludum's trickery. We must be cautious. Lucy Pop Pop. Lucy Pop. As they cautiously navigated through this temporal carnival, they encountered more bizarre characters. A barbershop quartet of hourglasses sing songs where the lyrics happen before the melody. A juggler tossed moments of time in the air, each one showing a different possible future. This is all very curious, mused the Cheshire Wizard, his grin flickering between amusement and concern. But we mustn't lose sight of our goal. Kronos Walkie nodded gravely, his clock scales ticking nervously.
Indeed, every second here could be a trap.
As they pressed on, trying to resist the lure of this magical carnival, a rather ordinary-looking caterer approached them. He was pushing a cart laden with various treats, but his eyes darted nervously from side to side. And he offered them some Screwdinger snacks, simultaneously fresh and stale. He leaned in close, his voice dropping to a whisper. Feet, Madam Tempest Ludum. Key is in her personal timepieces. Destroy them. Power comes on the shadow. Before they could question him further, he straightened up and pushed his cart away, disappearing into the carnival. Our heroes exchanged glances, open suspicion, warning, and worrying in their expressions. Could it be true? Or is it just another of the witch's tricks? As they debated their next move, the scene shifted to Madame Tempest Ludum's lair. The witch stood before a cracked mirror, her kaleidoscope eyes narrowing as she observed the interaction with the caterer.
What's this?
Her gown interwoven moments rippling with agitation.
A traitor in my midst?
She waved her hand, causing the carnival scene to waver like a mirage.
No matter. Let them come. Their hope will make their inevitable failure all the sweeter.
But as she turned away, a tiny fissure appeared in her personal timepiece. A hairline crack that began to spread ever so slowly. Madam Tempest Ludum, so focused on the grand game, failed to notice this small but significant change. Back in the carnival, Dorothy and her companions steeled themselves for the challenges ahead, the caterer's words echoing in their minds. The path to the clockwork citadel lay before them, and with it, the final confrontation with Madame Tempest Ludum. Little did they know, the seeds of the witch's downfall had already been sown, ticking away like a time bomb in the eternal presence. Part 7. Blaster. Ding, ding. Dorothy and her misfit band of heroes finally stood before the towering clockwork citadel. Its gears ground ominously, each tick echoing with finality. Well, gang, this is it. They burst through the doors, only to find themselves in a vast chamber filled with swirling time streams. Madame Tempest Ludum lounged on her throne of ticking gears, Alice trapped in a time bubble beside her. Welcome, little players. Ready for the final round? Suddenly the room warped. Our heroes found themselves on a giant game board, each square a different moment in time. Let's play. Madame Tempest Ludum's voice boomed as the giant dice rolled.
Let's play this game.
The battle was chaotic incarnate. Queen Artemisia painted futures that clashed with the witch's plans. Maestro Maze's melodies created paths through the time streams. The Lion Hatter's hat transformed into a time machine, allowing brief jumps to dodge attacks. Dorothy, guided by the caterer's whispered secret, fought her way toward the witch's personal timepiece. Madame Tempest Ludum unleashed paradoxes and time loops, cackling as our heroes struggled.
You can't win. I control every moment.
But she had underestimated their teamwork. Kronosawaki breathed time-altering fire, creating a distraction. Cheshire Wizard's grin appeared around the witch, disorienting her. In that crucial moment, Dorothy leaped, her cyclone knuckles aiming for the witch's timepiece. No! Madame Tempest Ludum shrieked, but it was too late. The timepiece shattered. Time itself seemed to hit the witch's power imploded, sucking her into a vortex of her own making. As the dust settled, the time bubbles popped. Alice fell into her friend's arms, free at last. The clock citadel began to crumble around them. Quick, everyone out! They raced down the yellow brick road as reality rewove itself. Moments stitched back together, the present reasserting its natural flow. Finally, they collapsed on a grassy hill, the danger behind them. The emerald Wonderland sparkled in the distance, free from Madame Tempest Ludum's temporal tyranny. Wendy laughed, sound of pure relief. We did it! We actually did it! Alice hugged her friends. Thank you for not giving up on me. As they celebrated, the shimmer in the air caught their attention. A portal was forming, offering a glimpse of new realms, new adventures. Dorothy grinned at her companions. Well, gang, ready for the next chapter? With excited nods and laughter, our heroes stepped towards the portal. They had conquered the present, but the future was calling, full of untold stories waiting to be explored. The emerald wonderland twinkled behind them, a reminder of their victory and the power of friendship, courage, and the magic of a good story. And there you have it. Another spellbinding adventure in the Emerald Wonderland comes to a close. But remember, in this magical realm, every ending is just the beginning of a new chapter. We hope you enjoyed this journey through the realm of Eternal Now, where our heroes face their greatest challenge yet. From the playground of perpetual play to the clockwork citadel, every moment was filled with wonder, danger, and the power of friendship.
I'm overheated, can hardly sleep at night, doing crazy dreaming. You're the reason why. Hiding by the baby, losing my mind. Don't try to save me. I feel alive. My world is faster and faster. The tears and the laughter. I'm here for the ride. Yes, yes, I'm an emotional mess. Yes, but you wouldn't want me any less. Yes, 'cause you know how wild it could get. To love an emotional mess. I'm in a trance, spinning out of control. Don't know what this dance is, but at least I'm not dancing alone. All kinds of crazy. You heard what I said. I blame you, lover. I'm out of my head. Some days my feet has me frozen. I'm brave and I'm broken. My soul is wide open. Yes, yes, I'm an emotional mess. Yes, but you wouldn't want me any less. Yes, 'cause you know how wild it could get. To love an emotional mess. You got me, baby, I'm yours to have. Don't hurt me, my heart's in your hands. You got me, baby, I'm yours to have. Don't hurt me, baby. You got me, baby, I'm yours to have. Don't hurt me, my heart's in your hands. You got me, baby, I'm yours to have. Don't hurt me, baby. Yes, yes, I'm an emotional mess.
I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels and other works in the public domain,
and submissions from people like you. So buckle up. It's quite the ride, and we'll see you on the other side. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you there, wild man. That's very nice of you. Thank you. The danger and the kind of magic that only just about to get started. Episode 2, Season 2. Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Emerald Wonderland. Tonight, we're diving into episode 2 of season 2, and oh boy, do we have a treat for you. In this episode, our beloved heroes find themselves in the realm of what was. A place where the past comes alive and every moment is a treasure waiting to be rediscovered. Dorothy, Alice, and Wendy, along with their eclectic band of companions, face challenges that will test not just their courage, but the very understanding of time and memory itself. Get ready for a journey through a library of lost tales, encounters with curious new characters like Saga Melodica and Chrono Reflectus, and a confrontation with the formidable Empress of Antiquity. This episode's packed with whimsy, danger, and the kind of magic that only Emerald Wonderland can deliver. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on this temporal adventure together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, without further ado, let's step into the realm of what was and see what wonders await our heroes. As Dorothy, Alice, and Wendy step through the shimmering portal, their eclectic band of companions followed close behind. The Cheshire Wizard's grin faded in and out of view, while Lion Hatter's hat transformed into a fluttering calendar. Queen Artemisia's paintbrush crown twitched nervously, and Maestro Maze played a melancholy tune on his flute. Oh yeah, Chronos Walkie brought up the rear, his clock scales ticking softly. The vibrant colors of the Emerald Wonderland faded around them, placed by the sepia-tone landscapes that flickered like old film reels. The air felt heavy with the weight of countless memories, and a faint whispering of long-forgotten voices echoed in the distance. Dorothy blinked, adjusting to the new surroundings. Where are we? Her voice echoed strangely as if coming from a great distance. The Cheshire Wizard materialized fully, his grin thoughtful. It seems, my dear, we've taken a step back in time. Or perhaps time has taken a step back around us. Wendy shivered, pulling her nightgown closer. It feels old here, like a story that's been told too many times and starting to fade. Before them stood a gigantic spinning wheel, weathered and ancient, its spokes etched with faded symbols and cracked with age. Lines of tarnished gold crawled up its side, and each spoke ended in a dull gemstone that might have once shone brightly. A tarnished sign hung nearby, its message barely legible. Spin the wheels of memories past. Relive joys, face old challenges. Your journey continues through what has been. Queen Artemisia stepped forward, her paintbrushes quivering.
The colors here, your memories get informed,
But must tread carefully. One wrong stroke and we could alter the very fabric of the past.
Maestro Mays played a few experimental notes on his flute, the sound wavering and distorted. Even the echoes of my music sound age as if they've been spinning, playing for centuries without rest. Kronos Walkie's clock eyes whirred as he studied their surroundings.
Time flows differently here. We must be cautious not to get caught in its eddies.
Linehatter's hat transformed into an old-fashioned diving helmet.
Well, if we're diving into the past, we might as well be prepared.
Alice, ever curious, approached the wheel. Her fingers hovered over its surface, feeling the warmth of countless memories pulsing beneath. Should we spin it? Dorothy nodded, her patchwork dress shimmering with determination. We've come this far. Whatever lies in the past, we'll face it together. As Alice's fingers brushed the wheel, it began to spin on its own accord. The world around them blurred once more, colors bleeding into one another like wet paint. They felt themselves being pulled through time, memories rushing past them in a dizzy world. When everything settled, they found themselves in a familiar yet altered landscape. The floating city they had once visited was now a crumbling ruin, its glowing glass gold and its gemstones faded. The once bustling streets were empty, save for the whispers of long-gone inhabitants that seemed to linger in the air. Maestro Mays played a few somber notes, the sound echoing mournfully through the empty city. It's as if the very stones remember the music that once filled these streets. A figure approached, her wings tattered and her once radiant robes now faded and worn. It was Lady Luminara, but she appeared centuries older, her face etched with the lines of countless years.
Welcome back, young travelers. Though I suppose welcome forward might be more appropriate. You have entered the realm of what was. Here you must unravel the tangles of the past, find your way forward.
As she spoke, letters began to materialize around them, carved from the ancient stone, their edges worn smooth by the passage of time. They swirled in the air, forming words and phrases before breaking apart again. Kronos Walkie's eyes whirred as he studied the letters.
Time itself has left its mark on these puzzles. We must decipher them to progress.
Linehatter's hat transformed, it moved into a magnifying glass.
I say, this is quite the historical treasure hunt. Shall we search for clues in the annals of antiquity?
The key you seek lies in what has been,
Lady Luminara intoned, her voice carrying the echoes of countless ages.
Unscramble the past, and you may yet shape the future. But be warned, the past holds dangers as well as wisdom.
Not all memories are pleasant, and some secrets were buried for a reason. Cheshire Wizard's grin widened, though there was a hint of concern in his eye.
Well, my friend, it seems we're in for a historical adventure. Shall we make some history of our own?
Queen Artemisia raised her brush, determination glinting in her eyes. Whatever challenges the past holds, we'll face them together. Our combined stories have brought us this far. Dorothy nodded, reaching out to take Alice and Wendy's hands. The others gathered close, forming a circle of friendship that seemed to glow with its own light in the faded landscape. Together, then, into the past we go, to unlock the secrets of what was and find our way to what will be. And with that, the mismatched group began their journey through the realm of what was. Each step took them deeper into the mysteries of the past. The faded world around them slowly coming to life with the echoes of long forgotten tales. As they ventured forth, the ancient city seemed to watch them with the eyes of countless memories. The realm of what was held its secrets close, waiting to see if these travelers from the present were worthy of unraveling the threads of the past. Part 1. As our heroes ventured deeper into the realm of what was, the crumbling city gave way to a vast library. Its towering shelves seemed to stretch endlessly in all directions, filled with dusty tomes and faded scrolls. The air was thick with the scent of an old parchment and the whispers of forgotten stories. Suddenly, two figures emerged from behind a massive bookshelf. First was a tall, willowy being that appeared to be a fusion of Scheherazade and the Pied Piper. She had 1,000 tiny mouths all over her body, each whispering a different tale. Carried a flute made of interwoven storylines. Greetings, time travelers. I am Saka Melodic, the tale weaver of 1,000 voices. Beside her stood a stocky, jovial character, a blend of Rip Van Winkle and Magic Mirror. His beard was so long, it formed a living tapestry of moving images, reflecting scenes from the past. His eyes were like pools of quicksilver, constantly shifting and changing.
I am Chrono Reflectus, the slumbering seer of what was.
Dorothy stepped forward, extending her hand.
It's a pleasure to meet you both. I'm Dorothy, and these are my friends. We're on a quest.
Chrono Reflectus held up a hand, his eyes swirling.
Oh, we know all about your quest, young Dorothy. We've seen it reflected in the pools of time 1,000 times over.
Saga Melodica nodded, her tiny mouths whispering in agreement.
Indeed, your story is yet echo through the halls of this great library for millions. It's yet to be written.
Cheshire Wizard's grin widened with intrigue.
The paradoxes of time travel. How delightfully confusing.
Mine had her hat transformed into a question mark. I say, if our story is already here, couldn't we just skip to the last page and see how it all turns out?
If only it were that simple. My haberdasher friend, the future is ever changing, shaped by the choices you make in the present and the past.
Saga Melodica's flute played a melancholy tune of its own accord.
We've joined you now because the path ahead is fraught with danger. The realm of what was is not kind to those who seek to change it. What sort of dangers?
Alice asked, her curiosity piqued. Chrono reflected his beard rippled, showing scenes of their potential future. Some triumphant, others tragic. Chrono Catcher lurks in the shadows of forgotten moments, trapping unwary travelers in loops of their own regrets.
And the Paratex Predator feeds on unfinished stories, seeking to erase characters from existence itself.
Queen Artemisia's paintbrush crown bristled with concern.
How can we hope to overcome such threats?
Saga Melodica smiled, her many mouths forming a kaleidoscope of expressions.
By remembering that every ending is just a new beginning, your combined stories are more powerful than you know.
Chrono Reflectus nodded sagely. The key lies in the lexicon of lost tales, hidden deep within this library. Find it, and you'll have the power to rewrite the very fabric of reality. As our expanded group prepared to delve deeper into the library's mysteries, the air around them seemed to thicken with potential. The stories long forgotten stirred in the dusty tomes, eager to be rediscovered. Dorothy looked at her companions, old and new, determination shining in her eyes.
Well, gang, it looks like we have some reading to do. Are you ready to make history?
With nods of agreement and excited murmurs, our heroes set off into the labyrinthine library. The realm of what was stretched out before them, filled with challenges and wonders beyond imagination.
Little did they know, their every step was being watched. Forces ancient and terrible,
Eager to see if these travelers from the present would truly unravel the mysteries of the past.
without unraveling the very fabric of reality itself.
Part 2. Hey, Arlie, there she is.
Starlight. Fever tingles.
Native skull.
Diamond pop.
The Umbral Undertaker. Well, thank you for that membership, Native Wild Man. Medicine later. All right. This world, showing scenes from across the vastness of time. PK, PK, PK. PK, the Empress waved her hand, causing the sands to coalesce into a clear image of Dorothy and her companions in the great library. Her eyes, swirling vortexes of past and future, narrowed as she watched the scene unfold.
So, the interlopers have found their way to the chroniclers. How inconvenient.
She reached out, her fingers brushing the surface of the hourglass. The image zoomed in on Saga Melodica and Chronos Reflectus.
Traitors! I granted you the stewardship of the stories, and this is how you repay me? By aiding those who would unravel all that was?
With a flick of her wrist, scene changed, showing the group's potential futures branching out in countless directions. Some paths led to triumph, others to tragedy, and still others to paradoxes that threaten the very fabric of reality. The Empress's form settled into that of a regal woman, her hair a cascade of timelines, her gown woven from the threads of history itself. She stood pacing around the hourglass.
The lexicon of lost tales.
Her eyes fixed on the shifting sands.
If they were to find it, no, I cannot allow it.
She waved her hand again, and shadowy figures began to coalesce around her. The chrono catcher being a living shadow with clock faces for eyes, and the paratext predator, a creature of ink and parchment with a maw that could devour entire stories.
My faithful servants. Time has come to cull those anachronistic anomalies. Trap them in the loops of their own regrets. Erase them from the narrative of history itself. Do not fail me.
As her minions slipped away into the shadows of time, the Empress turned back to the hourglass. Her fingers traced the outline of Dorothy's face, a mix of contempt and curiosity in the ageless eyes.
You think you can change what was, little girl? You have no idea of the forces you're meddling with. Past is set in stone, and I am its eternal guardian.
But even as she spoke, a tiny crack appeared in the hourglass, almost imperceptible. A single grain of sand slipped through, falling upwards against the flow of time. The Empress's eyes widened in momentary surprise, then narrowed in determination.
So be it. If it's a war across time you want, it's a war you shall have. Let's see if your story has what it takes to survive the editing process of eternity.
With a wave of her hand, The hourglass shimmered and faded, leaving the Empress alone in the chamber. The air crackled with temporal energy as she began to weave her own plans, ready to meet the challenge that Dorothy and her companions represented. The battle for the past, present, and future was about to begin in earnest. Three. Vast library stretched endlessly around our heroes as they searched for the lexicon of lost tales. Suddenly, the air grew thick with tension, and the whispers of forgotten stories turned to words, turned to words. Whispers of forgotten stories turned to words. Saga. Flute playing a warning tune. They're here. 1,000 miles echoing the sentiment. From the shadows between the bookshelves, Chrono Catcher emerged, its clock face eyes ticking ominously. Beside it, Paratex Predator slithered into view, leaving trails of ink in its wake. Cheshire Wizard's grin flickered nervous. Well, it seems we have some uninvited guests at our little book club. The Chrono Catcher's voice resonated like the tolling of a mournful bell. Your time is up, interlopers. Prepare to be trapped in the loops of your deepest regrets. Dorothy stood her ground, her patchwork dress shimmering with determination. We won't let you stop us. The past, present, and future are all connected. But we have a right to understand them. The battle erupted in a flurry of temporal energy and flying bugs. Alice dodged the Chrono Catcher's time loops, her quick thinking allowing her to stay one step ahead. Wendy wove stories on the fly, confusing the Paratex Predator with tales that had no end. Queen Artemisia's paintbrushes flew across the air, creating barriers of color to protect her friends. Maestro Maze's melodies created labyrinths of sound, trapping their attackers in the auditory mazes. But the tide of battle was turning against them. Chrono Catcher had managed to snare Linehatter in a time loop, forcing him to relive his maddest tea party over and over. Paratex Predator's maw was inching closer to Chrono Reflectus, threatening to erase him from existence. Just when all seemed lost, Dorothy's hand brushed against the book hidden behind the others. As she pulled it out, golden light spilled from its pages.
Lexicon of Lost Tales. Quick, use it.
Without hesitation, Dorothy opened the book. Words of power flew from its pages, wrapping around their attackers. Chrono catchers time loops unraveled, and the prayer paratext predators ink ran dry.
Retreat! We failed!
Chrono catcher bellowed. As their assailants disappeared into the shadows, our heroes caught their breath. The library around them was in disarray, books scattered and shelves toppled. Is everyone all right? Dorothy clutched the lexicon to her chest. Chrono Reflectus nodded, his bared images flicking weakly.
Thanks to you, young Dorothy, you saved us all.
Alice held line, had her shake off the last of the time loop. That was too close. We can't let this happen again. Wendy's eyes blazed. You're right. It's time we took the fight to the Empress herself. Cheshire Wizard materialized. Confrontation with the Empress of Antiquity? Well, that would be a tale for the ages. Saga Melodica played a solemn tune on her flute. It'll be dangerous. The Empress has the power to erase entire timelines. We have to do something. We have the power of all stories, past, present, and future. Together we can rewrite this ending. With nods of determination, our band of mismatch heroes set their sights on the Empress's domain. The battle for the past, present, and future was about to reach its climax. Part 4. I saw a few new faces coming in there. Let me get a sip to drink here. Mouth gonna run dry. Hey, Bella. It's a bedtime story for me. Super, 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 wow. Shit. Hey, Misha. Check. Busy getting some coffee. The colors. Starlight. Good. Thanks for stopping by, Misha. Body illusion was in for a few minutes. With the lexicon of lost tales safely in their possession, Dorothy and her eclectic band of companions found themselves once again on the yellow brick road. But this was not the gleaming golden path they remembered. In the realm of what was, Khadijah, the road appeared weathered and faded. It's the country. Its bricks cracked and worn by the passage of countless years. Thank you, everybody.
Well, I suppose even the yellow bricks aren't immune to the ravages of time.
Forgive me if I missed. As they ventured forth, the road began to shift beneath their feet. Had to show them entire sections would fade away, revealing glimpses of different eras, prehistoric jungles, futuristic cityscapes, and everything in between. Careful, everyone. In between. The road seems to be taking us through different times.
DC tingle, 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 tingle. Suddenly, a massive temporal rift opened up before them, splitting the yellow brick road in two. On one side, the path led through a dark, foreboding forest of petrified memories. On the other, it wound its way up a mountain of cascading hourglasses. There's some piano for you, Alicia. Saga melodicas, thousand mouths whispered in worried tones. Yeah, I'm on there for a minute. I'm gonna grab my ticket. Izzy'll be back in a second.
Each path holds its own
Glad
dangers.
you came in. I can step off for a second.
But which way should we go?
Alice wondered aloud. Her curiosity piqued despite the peril. Before anyone could decide, the rift began to close, threatening to cut their group in half.
Quick! We must choose now or be separated by time itself.
Chrono's quicksilver eyes swirled with urgency. In a split-second decision, Dorothy grabbed the hands of those nearest to her and leapt towards the mountain path. The others followed suit, barely making it across before the rift sealed shut. Chris, what's up, buddy? Kriska. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Chris, as they caught their breath, they realized their group had indeed been divided. Dorothy, Alice, Wendy, the Cheshire Wizard, and Saga Melodica had made it to the mountainside. The others found themselves at the edge of the memory forest. We'll find a way to regroup, Dorothy called out to her separated friends. Stay safe. No sooner had the words left her mouth than the mountain path began to crumble. Hourglasses of all sizes cascaded down, their sands marking the passage of fleeting moments. We need to climb, Alice shouted, already scrambling up the shifting slope. Meanwhile, in the forest, Lion Hatter, Queen Artemisia, Maestro Maze, Chronos Waki, Chrono Reflectus faced their own challenge. The petrified trees began to come alive, their branches reaching out to ensnare the travelers in loops of fossilized memories. Chief. Hey, Tom. Tom in the house?
Don't let them touch you,
Chrono Reflectus warned.
or you'll be trapped, reliving past moments for eternity.
As both groups struggled with their respective trials, the yellow brick road continued to wind its way through the treacherous landscape. Sometimes visible, sometimes not. It seemed to be leading them towards a distant citadel that shimmered like a mirage on the horizon, undoubtedly the domain of the Empress of Antiquity. Dorothy, clutching the lexicon of lost tales tightly, looked back at her companions, both those with her and those separated by the rift. We've come too far to give up now. Whatever challenges lie ahead, we'll face them together, even if we're apart. The Empress won't know what hit her when we all arrive. With renewed resolve, both groups pressed on, navigating the perils of the past and the uncertainties of the future. The final confrontation loomed ahead, and the fate of all timelines hung in the balance. Part 5. Welcome in, Tom and Chris and Chief. Anybody else? Y'all hit the like. We'll head right into part 6. So the scene, it shifted rapidly between the two groups, their parallel journeys unfolding simultaneously. On the mountain of hourglasses, Dorothy led the charge, her patchwork dress shimmering with determination as she climbed. Alice's quick thinking helped them navigate the shifting sands of time, while Wendy's storytelling literally created stepping stones in the air. "Watch out!" the Cheshire Wizard called, his grin appearing just in time to warn them of a temporal avalanche. Saga Melodica's flute played a melody that froze the falling hourglasses in midair, creating a precarious bridge. Meanwhile, in the forest of petrified memories, Linehatter's hat transformed into a giant pair of scissors, snipping away at grasping branches.
I say, these trees are rather clingy, aren't they?
Queen Artemisia painted illusions to confuse the sentient forest, while Maestro Maze's music created safe paths through the thickets. Chronos Waki and Chrono Reflectus combined their time-bending abilities to create bubbles of safe space as they advanced. Back on the mountain, the group reached a plateau where the path split again. Which way now? Suddenly, a stone sphinx materialized, posing a riddle.
I'm always running, yet never move. I have no mouth, yet I speak. What am I?
A clock! Dorothy exclaimed. The Sphinx nodded and faded away, revealing the true path. In the forest, the trees parted to reveal a shimmering pool of liquid memories.
We must cross,
Chrono Reflectus declared.
but be warned, touch the surface and you'll be lost in someone else's past.
Using fallen logs and Linehatter's ever-changing hat boats, they began to navigate the treacherous waters. On the mountain, as they neared the summit, they encountered a field of time flowers, each blossom showing a different moment from their past.
Don't get distracted,
Saga Melodica warned. I think I did that wrong. Focus on the present. They pressed on, resisting the lure of nostalgia.
In the forest, having crossed the memory pool, the group faced a wall of tangled timelines. It's a temporal maze. One wrong turn could erase us from existence. Carefully, they began to navigate the paradoxical pathways. Finally, both groups emerged from their respective trials, finding themselves reunited at the foot of an impossibly tall citadel. Its walls were built from compressed eons, its towers piercing the very fabric of time itself. The Empress's castle! Dorothy breathed heavy, clutching the lexicon of lost tales. The yellow brick road, faded and cracked, led right up to the citadel's gates.
Well, my friends, it seems we've arrived at the final chapter of our temporal tale.
Saga Melodica's flute played a somber tune. The Empress of Antiquity awaited within. Are we ready to face her? The group exchanged determined glances. Despite their harrowing journeys, each of them stood tall, ready for the ultimate confrontation. Together, we'll rewrite this ending together! As one, they stepped forward, the gates of the citadel groaning open to receive them. The air crackled with temporal energy, and the very fabric of reality seemed to hold its breath. The final battle for the past, present, and future was about to begin. Part 6. Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably do a good old chiropractor treatment this week. Oh, I love getting my back cracked, my neck. Brain tingles begin. Rotation. Look at those clock heads with trays. Check, 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 check. The massive doors of the Empress's throne room groaned open, revealing a chamber that defied comprehension. Our heroes stooped inside, their eyes widening at the spectacle before them. The vast space seemed to exist in all times at once, its boundaries shifting and warping with dizzying fluidity. Timelines crossed, the vaulted ceiling like a tapestry of glowing threads, each one pulsing with the lives and stories it contained. The walls were a constantly shifting mural, scenes from the past, present, and potential futures blending and separating in a hypnotic dance. The floor beneath their feet rippled like the surface of a pond, reflecting moments from history with each step they took. At the center of this temporal maelstrom, atop a dive, ticking clocks and whirring gears, sat the Empress of Antiquity. Her form was in constant flux, shifting between a fresh-faced maiden with eyes full of wonder, a regal queen brimming with power, and an ancient crone heavy with the weight of eons. Her gown seemed woven from the very fabric of time itself, shimmering with events yet to come and unraveling at the edges with forgotten moments.
Welcome, interlopers. Have you come to witness the futility of your struggle against the immutability of the past?
The air crackled with tension as Dorothy stepped forward. Her patchwork dress a stark contrast to the fluidity of their surroundings. She clutched the lexicon of lost tales, its edges glowing with barely contained power.
We've come to set things right. Past, present, and future shouldn't be controlled by one person. They belong to everyone who lives them.
The Empress's laughter shook the very foundations of the citadel, causing ripples in the time stream that made our heroes sway unsteadily.
Foolish child. I am not a person, I am time itself.
With a graceful wave of her hand, shimmering bubbles of frozen time engulfed each of our heroes. Alice found herself suspended mid-stride, her curious eyes wide with shock. Wendy's mouth was open in a silent gasp, a half-formed story frozen on her lips. The Cheshire Wizard's grin hung in the air, disconnected from his fading body. Only Dorothy, protected by the power of the lexicon, remained free. She watched in horror as her friends hung suspended in the air, color slowly draining from their forms.
Now, watch as I erase your meddlesome friends from history. They will become less than memories, lost in the void between moments.
Panic gripped Dorothy's heart, but it quickly hardened into determination. She frantically opened the lexicon, its pages fluttering with a life of their own, glowing with the power of countless tales.
No, I won't let you.
Words of power flew from the book, shimmering in the air like golden fireflies. They swirled around the time bubbles, their light intensifying until, with a sound like shattering glass, the bubbles burst. Her companions stumbled free, gasping as if they'd been underwater. The Empress recoiled, her form destabilizing into a whirlwind of conflicting ages.
Impossible.
Her voice a cacophony of different pitches. The chamber erupted into chaos. Alice, her quick mind adapting rapidly, began ducking and weaving through temporal rifts that appeared in the air. She outsmarted the Empress's attempts to trap her, using the shifting nature of the room to her advantage. Wendy, her voice strong and clear, began to tell stories. Her words took physical form, creating shields of narrative energy that protected the others from the Empress's temporal attacks. Characters from her tales sprang to life, battling against shadowy figures that the Empress summoned from forgotten legends. Linehatter's hat was a blur of transformation. One moment it was a temporal cannon, firing burst of concentrated time that disrupted the Empress's control. The next, it became a paradox umbrella, sheltering him from a rain of contradictory memories that threatened to erase him from existence. Queen Artemisia's paintbrush moved with frantic energy. She painted new realities into existence, her artistry creating pockets of stability in the chaotic chamber. Vibrant splashes of color fought against the Empress's attempts to desaturate and erase them. Maestro Maze's music rose above the temporal tumult. His melodies disrupted the Empress's control over time, creating discordant riffs that allowed his companions to move more freely. The notes hung visible in the air, forming bridges across dangerous temporal gaps. Cheshire Wizard's grin appeared all around the room, multiplying endlessly. Each smile offered a cryptic piece of advice or a confusing riddle, disorienting the Empress and undermining her concentration. Saga Melodica raised her flute to her lips, and her 1,000 voices sang in perfect harmony. The song itself strengthened the fabric of reality itself, mending tears in the time stream and reinforcing the present moment against the Empress's attempts to unravel it. Chronos Walkie and Chrono Reflectance stood back to back, their combined powers creating a swirling vortex of energy. It began to pull at the Empress's essence, threatening to unravel her control over the time stream.
No! I am eternal. I'm absolute. I'm time.
Dorothy raised the lexicon high, its pages fluttering rapidly as if caught in a wind only it could feel. Nothing is absolute except change itself. She began to read from the book, her words carrying the power of every story ever told. They wrapped around the Empress like chains of pure narrative force, binding her thrashing form. The Empress's screams rose in pitch as she fought against the words, but they held firm, tightening with each passing second. The chambers shuddered violently, timelines snapping and reweaving themselves. The walls cracked, showing glimpses of other realms and possibilities beyond. Our heroes stood firm, their combined will a beacon of stability in the temporal storm. With a final, reality-shaking scream that echoed through all of time and space, the Empress of Antiquity shattered. Her form broke into a million glittering shards of time, each one containing a moment from history. The fragments swirled around the room in a beautiful, terrifying display before dispersing, integrating back into the natural flow of time. And as the dust settled, our heroes found themselves standing in a chamber transformed. The rigid structure of the Empress's domain had given way to a fluid organic space. Past, present, and future coexisted in harmony, flowing into one another in a natural, unforced rhythm. We did it, everyone! We really did it! Cheshire Wizard materialized fully, his grin wider than ever and practically glowing with satisfaction.
Indeed we did, my dear. And what a story it will make. One for the ages, I'd say.
As they gathered together in a joyful, exhausted embrace, Citadel began to reshape itself. Doors appeared in the walls, each one leading to a different era or potential future, now free to be explored and shaped by those who lived in them. They done more than just defeat the Empress. They liberated time itself, ensuring that the story of reality would continue to be written by those who lived it. They noticed the yellow brick road reforming beneath their feet. It glowed with renewed purpose, no longer faded and cracked, but vibrant and full of potential. It seemed to invite them onward, promising new adventures and untold stories waiting to be discovered. Our heroes exchanged tired but excited glances, knowing that their greatest adventure was not ending, but merely beginning anew. The emerald wonderland of time and tales stretched out before them, full of wonder, danger, and the infinite possibilities that come when every person is free to shape their own story. With lighter hearts and the wind of freedom at their backs, Dorothy and her companions set off down the rejuvenated yellow brick road, ready to write the next chapter in their ever-unfolding tale. Episode 2. Chief Nick's back.
There's a nice restaurant close by.
Yes, I would love to have dinner in a Chianti with you, Mr. Lecter.
What did you have in mind?
Yes, I'm down here looking for a man named ScullyPop.
Shall we say 8 o'clock at Galatoire's?
Misha, darling.
As James Gum says, put the lotion in the basket.
Well, hey there, friend, pull up a chair. It's your boy ScullyPop with stories to share. From the page to the stage, I've done it all. Books on the shelf and curtain calls. I whisper tales in the dead of night with a little ta-ta-ta just to feel right. And if you need some tingles down your spine, ska, 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 yeah, that sound is mine. So buckle up, it's quite the ride. We're going deep, no need to hide. Where the entertainment doesn't stop. You're tuned in now to ScullyPop. So close your eyes and enjoy the glide, and we'll see you on the other side. I've read my novels by candlelight, with every chapter feeling just right. I'm the author that reads to you slow, with rhythm and rhyme in every flow. My fingers snap, the mic goes hot. Live from the heart, I give all I got. A little jazz, a touch of noir, mix in some ASMR and you're not far. Ska, 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 ta, 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 let the rhythm carry you. Ta, 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 ska, ska, ska. Feel the story, feel the vibe. Ska, ska, ska. Ta, ta, ta. Let the rhythm carry ya. Ta, ta, ta. Ska, ska, ska. Feel the story, feel the vibe. Buckle up, it's quite the ride. We're spinning dreams on the other side, where the entertainment doesn't stop. You're vibing now with ScullyPop. So dim the lights and let it slide, and we'll see you on the other side. Yeah. Stories whispered, curtains raised, books turned to gold and voices praised. I'm just the guide on this wild old ride, and if you're still with me, I'll see you on the other side.